Good morning. All right, I want to talk about this math log real quick. So hopefully when you guys came to take your Unit 1 test, you picked up one of these. If you are one of my kids who are at home quarantined, who are normally in class, you already know what this is, okay? If you notice there's different colors in here, that's divided by our unit. So we just finished Unit 1, which are these blue colored tabs right here, and we're about to start Unit 2. So go ahead and find that first lime green piece of paper in here. It should look like this. It should say Unit 2, Equations and Inequalities, Warm-Ups, okay? So behind this, you're going to find all your warm-ups. So every day we start with a warm-up. So today in class, we're going to start with Unit 2, warm-up number 1, okay? So the first thing is we're sorting some of these numbers, okay? Just a reminder, whole numbers are positive numbers, including 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., okay? Integers include those negative numbers. So -1, -2, -3, negative whole numbers, okay? Rational numbers are things like fractions, decimals. They're decimals that either stop or they're decimals that repeat. So things like 0.5 or 0.3 repeating or 0.6 repeating or 0.125, right? They're things that either stop or they're things that repeat. Okay, irrational numbers is something new that we're adding. So irrational numbers are things like pi, if y'all know what pi is. I think we did pi. No, we didn't get to do pi day last week because of Rona. Okay, so pi is a number. It's 3.14, but it really goes on forever. So it is a number. It's a decimal that cannot really be represented as a fraction. We can get pretty close, but we can't get exactly there. Or it is a decimal that does not repeat or does not stop. So it goes on forever and there is no pattern. It doesn't repeat anywhere. So it's going to be things like pi. And then it's going to be things like the square root of 12. There's the square root of 25 is 5. Because 5 times 5 equals 25. But there is no number that you can multiply times itself to get 12. We know that like 3 and 4 makes 12. We know that 6 and 2 makes 12. But there's no number that you can multiply times itself to get to 12. So that's an irrational number. So you would just put that number over here in the irrational numbers box, okay? Then there's some practice down here at the bottom about changing rational numbers to decimals. Remember, we use either our Dr. Pepper trick or our NIDO trick, N-I-D-O, numerator in, denominator out, and divide. And that does stay around to the hundredths place, okay? Then on the back, we've got some more decimal practice, and this is talking about food. We all like food. It's easy to relate to, okay? So it's talking about different ways to handle money, whether it be you're buying one thing or like this gives you a 3 stack of pancakes. What if you only wanted 1? So it's dividing, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with numbers that have decimals in them, okay? So every single day, read your instructions on Google Classroom. And if it says do warm up Unit 2 Lesson 1 or U2L1, that's what we're talking about. So tomorrow's lesson will say Unit 2 warm up number 2. Okay, so make sure that you're paying attention to the notes and the instructions on Google Classroom, and then I will refer back to this math log, okay? The second part of it is if you flip a little farther, you can see there's another green divider right here. That's where our Unit 2 notes are, okay? It's just the next green paper in this thing. Notice the picture's the same. It still says equations and inequalities. The difference is these are the topics that we're actually going to be talking about in this unit. So as you're following along with my videos, rather than taking your own notes on notebook paper, you can just fill in the notes in your math log, okay? So this goes pretty straightforward. So today we're going to start with this funny situations, and we're going to go through that, and there may be some that we do together, and then I say you can do the rest by yourself, so it gives you some more practice. Then the next day, we're going to do the next page, okay? And we're just going to work through this. There may be a couple pages that we skip, but this will be easier than trying to take notes on notebook paper. So hope you guys love your math log as much as I love my math log. It's fantastic. At the end of the year, we will have all this filled up, and you'll be like, wow, look at all this knowledge I have. Crazy. All right, watch the next video for your actual lesson today, okay?